Sup nerds, I'm Tom.
And I'm Aaron.
And we're taking a look at 8-Bit Box, but Tom, 8-Bit Box has like 3 games in it. We're just taking a look at the Pixoid one.
Which is legally different and distinct from Pac-Man.
So in case you don't know, 8-Bit Box, again, is a kind of a gaming system because it gives you the components that you need, the main components you need, but then there's a bunch of mini games, 3 that comes in this box and more that are going to come later. So it really is a gaming system with a bunch of other games inside it.
What comes in the Pixoid box is this little board you see here, which all breaks down and fits inside of here, and these like player markers, and that's it. It's like bare minimum, bare bones what comes in here, but it packs enough punch because you still use these controllers and you still use cubes from the main system to get things going. And I think this game is really interesting. It definitely has that Pac-Man feel to it.
Mm-hmm. I will actually say that I think this, of the 3 that came in here, I think this might be my favorite. It's just the simplest. It makes the most sense, yet it's still super strategic. Mm-hmm. You're still just sitting here like it's mind games of where am I going to go? Because with this, it's everybody versus one, right? One player has this, this nice Pixoid looking dude, Pixoid, and the other people have the mean monster Pixoids, bugs, and everybody's coming at them. And as long as if I'm the purple player and I'm the nice guy, if one of these 3 cross paths with me and hit me, I'm dead. So the longer I can last, the more points I get. If you guys catch me, then you get, the faster you guys can catch me, the more points you get. But it's just so straightforward mind games because it's simultaneous selection. Mm-hmm. And just...
Yeah, everybody's selecting how far they want to move and which direction they want to move. When we were playing this, I had the realization of this is a lot like X-Wing Light. It's just you're controlling one ship, except if you play the 3-player game, which we were doing one time, you get to control 2 of them, and I was like, oh, this is really like X-Wing. I'm controlling 2 ships and placing them down.
If you do 2 players, don't you control all 3?
Yeah, exactly. So I just haven't played the 2-player account, but...
It's still the same thing.
It's still the same thing, yeah.
It's still everybody versus one.
Mm-hmm. There's one Pixoid that's running around trying to survive 12 rounds while also trying to eat the cubes that are on the board if he can.
Yeah, but it's... That one thing is only that only mattered when it was you, me, and Ray, I didn't get caught. Mm-hmm. Okay, and then when it was me and Ray, because you play multiple rounds.
Everybody plays as Pixoid once.
Yes, so when I was Pixoid, I didn't get caught, so I got all 12 points, because you get a point per round that you don't get caught. After 12, it's just the round's over. So I got 12 points. And then me and Ray caught you, so me and Ray split the 6 points or whatever. That was 7
Yeah, you both
points.
got the 6 points, and I got the other 6 points because I lasted for 6 rounds.
Right.
You guys you both get the same amount for catching me. You're all working together as a team.
Correct.
Yeah.
But then after that, when it was Ray's turn to be Pixoid, if he didn't get caught and he got 12 points, then he and I would have been tied because we would have gotten the points we shared plus 12 points each for not getting caught, and that's it. So the only way he could win the whole game
was to eat at least one cube.
Eat at least one cube and then not get caught. But then ultimately we caught him, which let me win, which was another kind of hard point for you because you stopped and you were like, I can catch him, but if I let him go, I'll ultimately king make Ray because you just had a point where you were like, it's either Ray wins or Tom wins, and I'm in control of it in a way.
Yeah. The one thing with this game is you have to strategically, as the bugs, try to box Pixoid in, and you're not supposed to communicate. So it's really hard sometimes. You're like, okay, I'm going to move 2 spaces, and as long as he goes this way, he should go this way, right? He's going to go that way and box Tom off, we'll be fine. And then your partner goes a different way than you're thinking, or they don't move as far as you thought they should, and you're like, okay, we still have a chance of catching him, as long as he doesn't slip past us and go on the other side of the board, because then once that happens, it's really hard to... You're all funneling down the same way, and it's hard to catch back up. So you have to, pin them to one side of the board and then try and get them in a corner and then catch them.
Yeah, you're obviously never going to catch them in, the first 3 rounds. Yeah. But you have to put the pressure on them from round 1. You have to be like, hey, guess what? This guy's moving here, here, and here. So we're all coming close to you. Mm-hmm. But you still want to stay far enough away that if he does kind of slip out, you aren't all behind him. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You don't want to ever all be... We're all 3 of us are right here on the very furthest edge, and then he moves right here, he's pretty much always going to be one step away, almost no matter how you cut it.
This game is very straightforward, but it's very strategic. If you like strategic games, you will like this game from the 8-bit box. This will be one that will easily support 2, 3, and 4 players. If you have 5 or 6 players, which some of the other games in the 8-bit box will support, you won't be able to play this game. Somebody will have to sit on the side and watch. So the 8-bit box console says that it supports 3 to 6 players. This game, we kind of mentioned, like, oh, you could play 2 players. It's not officially in the rules, but you could have one person control the bugs and, the other person run away and just see who gets the best score. That being said, this is the only one that supports 3 and 4 players on its own. If you have 5 or 6 players, you guys won't be able to play this one game in the console. The other games support different players. So like as this line flushes out and there's more and more of these games, I'm sure that there'll be more that'll fit that niche of 3 and 4 players and 5 and 6 players.
So obviously, guys, Neverboard Gaming highly recommends 8-bit box. It's a lot of fun. I think Pixoid is my favorite though, but the other two, one of them's more of a party and one is just kind of chaos. Those are still really good. I still think you get a lot of value out of 8-bit box. And if you want to see our thoughts on those other mini games and how those work, we'll put links to those videos in the description box down below.
Also, there will be a purchase link down there, which you can click on and purchase yourself a copy of 8-bit box. Either way, subscribe to our channel so you'll never be bored.
By the way, is it in the rules that you can't communicate, or is it just suggested not to communicate? Are you supposed to not communicate at all? The bugs are not allowed to communicate with each other. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I realize that we didn't really communicate.
Because I told you guys not to.
No, you didn't say, I don't, right now, I don't remember you saying, so you might have said it, but I don't remember it. But I do remember just thinking like, even if we do communicate, that's not good because we're telling you where we're going. I don't remember that. Okay.
Getting old sucks. What?